Hi there, and welcome to the Operator Connect portal demonstration from Fusion Connect. In this brief video, we're going to enable a brand new Office 365 tenancy and a few users with Operator Connect to Microsoft Teams. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this as we play the part of the customer administrator. This is a brand new Office 365 tenant. I'll be playing the part of the administrator today, and we have a few users licensed and unlicensed. From a license perspective, you can see these particular licenses are E5s, which includes the Microsoft Teams phone standard licensing, and doesn't necessarily have to be E5, but the phone standard must be available to participate. Now, the customer's journey will always begin within the Teams Administration Center, and specifically under Voice and Operator Connect. Click here, and we will scroll through the list of all operators to find Fusion Connect. We'll click Fusion Connect, and we can choose a list of countries that we want to grant consent for. So for this demonstration, we'll go with the United States. Some small administrative items down here. We can select the size of the organization. We can put in our first and last name for the purpose of the demonstration, the email address, and a phone number. Accept the data and privacy terms. Important to note at this point, we're not doing anything. We're not granting permissions into a customer's tenant, purely consent to allow us to provide numbers from the United States in this instance to the tenant. So we'll accept this, we'll add as my operator, and the operator has been added. After granting Operator Connect consent, you'll automatically be forwarded to the Fusion Connect website. In order to generate the trial, just simply click the Get a Free Trial button here, and you'll be forwarded to our registration page. Click Register, and we'll put in our name. We can put in, for the purpose of the demonstration, the OC demo example. I'm going to call myself the Teams admin. Email address, and this email address is important because this is where we will send the notification to. And our phone number. And we shall agree to the terms and conditions and state that I'm not a robot. We'll go ahead and register. And an activation email has been sent. If we go into our mailbox, see here we'll receive our activation email. We'll click this. And upon first login, we'll be prompted for our email address and our password. Go ahead and log in. Multi-factor authentication is enabled for your security. So we'll go ahead and follow these on-screen instructions to activate this. Once you've signed into the portal for the first time, the first thing you must do is add a service. So let's go ahead and click the Add Service button here. And we're going to select Operator Connect. We go back up to Services. And then from the Services tab under Operator Connect, we can provide access. This will prompt you to grant the portal's permissions to access Teams and communicate, to add and remove the audio details as appropriate. So we'll go ahead and select the administrative account that we want to grant access for. We'll agree to the terms and conditions. And then we can see Operator Connect is now enabled. And after enabling the Operator Connect service and granting the application permissions, you should see this will go green in the dashboard and everything should appear healthy and enabled. Now we can assign our numbers to our users. So let's go ahead and click the Users menu. And what you should see here is a representation of all the Teams users pulled directly from the Office 365 tenancy. So we can look at a few of these here, and we can see where it says not allocated. That means the user does not have any number assigned today. It's a brand new tenant. That's what we expect. You also see users that say not licensed. That means that user does not have the requisite Teams standard licensing add-on to perform telephony functionality. Simply enable that, resync the users, and that user will then be available to manage. Before we actually look to assign anything to these users, though, let's go ahead and get some trial numbers. And we can do that through the telephony tab and numbers. We'll request a new block, and you'll be presented with a list of available trial blocks here. And we'll go ahead and click that first one there and request that block. That will immediately be allocated to my example customer within the portal. Once those numbers are assigned, let's go back to users and we can choose one. Well, for this demonstration, we'll use user 1. If I want to assign a number to user 1, we'll quickly go into edit. And before I do, let's go back into the Teams Administrator Center and look at this user. We can find user 1 here. User 1 has no phone number assigned right now. We're going to do all this through the portal. So we're editing user 1. We can select that number, an Operator Connect number, and save the change. It's that simple. When we return back to the users menu, you'll see the status of this is updating, and all that information will be pushing up towards Microsoft. When the status indicator shows green, it means the change to the user's Teams profile has been completed. So let's go back and confirm that that number ending in 192 has indeed been assigned to our user 1. We'll just go ahead and refresh this page. And we can see there that number has indeed been assigned, and that user can now make and receive phone calls in Microsoft Teams. If I ever want to change the number, it's as simple as editing the user again, and we can choose from the 192, let's change that to 193. Save the changes, and just as with number assignment, we enter into an updating state. And again, once the status indicator turns green, that user details have been pushed to Microsoft Teams and the number has been updated. You can also do multiple users at once via the CSV import file. So we can take an example of this and download it from the service. And it will return a template like this. Simply add the numbers in assigned to the users. Come back in here, choose the file to upload. We'll validate the file, allow you to see the results of what will be committed. So we're assigning these 3 numbers to these 3 users, and we'll import. Check the results. See, by going back to users, we're entering into the updating state once more. Upon completion, all of those will turn green. And once again, when the update completes, all the status of the updated accounts are moving to green, and we can validate that back in the Teams Admin Center as our accounts of our numbers assigned. All users are Teams calling enabled. If we bring across this user here, they'll notice under the calls menu, they now have the dial pad active and a phone number. We can place an outbound call. And we can also receive an inbound call. It's that easy.